includes the whole space. You are no longer the body, it is within you. Here's this body now. You are the whole screen, and within you something is happening. So it's all inside you. You are all space, and it is all inside you and everything, and further. You are dwelling in this space. And it all happens within you, and you don't care what is there and so on. This state is incredible. And you are in it. Here, and from this state, from the moment now, one can already know further the experiences of God. Samadhi. There are different types of samadhi. This is sitting when there is disidentification, and different experiences unfold. Siddhis can emerge, various abilities can manifest. But all of this is a trap on the path to final realization. And when it unfolds, a person at that moment thinks it is final realization. They had the experience of presence, they became the moment itself. That's it, they try to impose this on everyone, to tell. Because this experience is something they had not experienced before and so on, and it is so incredible and that's it, they believe there is nowhere further to go. And this is a trap. That is, it is like in the material world there are many traps in the spiritual world, they are even harsher, let's say. Well, really there is no difference, but it'll be necessary to surpass all of this. But these experiences, they are all about unity. They all show that there is only God. It reminds itself, and there it manifests, and knows itself when it has entered the moment. When in Samadhi, I won't mention it, it's already like this. Yeah. But there are different degrees of Samadhi, but they all, in any case, are just degrees of knowing God, it is. Just degrees of bliss. Bliss and also certain special effects, so to speak. Here, it is still just an illusion, it is still simply the same illusion. I don't know how to be a very rich person in the material world and so on. It's an illusion, it will disappear. It creates this, and here and there. Very few, of course, reach Samadhi, and the ego transforms simply into madness. And here they are, and this becomes their trap. They can ask for years, they can sit in Samadhi for decades. Here, monks sit in Nepal. They sit for decades. This is such a blissful thing that they just are stuck there. But it is in its place, it is how it should be. In any case, it all should be this way. In the final realization, the seeker will dissolve totally. Only the essence will remain. This is the final realization. When you go beyond the experience in Samadhi, experiences seeking God, there will no longer be that, who will seek. He is no more. Only God remains, and He lives Himself. That's it, you are beyond. Right now, here is the attention. It seems to have appeared, there is not even any distance. Attention, mind, all these phenomena, it doesn't matter what special effects, there is only essence. So what happens, there it is all. It is already known for sure that there is only God. Well, right here. There's no one to know that there is only God. There is simply only God, that's all. And that's all. Only consciousness is all that exists. Things happen as they do. But God doesn't mistake. And everything is in its place. There's no one left to evaluate, right or wrong. No one to judge or reason about it. There's no one left to engage in all this. There it no longer matters whether to die here or there, because there's no one left to die. Everything is beyond. The entire karmic cycle ends. You exit the bounds of samsara. While you were a doer, this was the ego center, and it transformed You seem to even see that it's not you, that there's no one. No one creates the rain, it happens naturally. It's unknown why. It is unclear how it arises and then dissolves. And so, it is one. There are these different degrees of samadhi to feel the unity. An experience of presence to feel the unity. This moment to feel the unity. And you go through, and the seeker goes through, moving from one teacher to another, and goes through all these stages life after life, until it is finally realized that there is only God, and that is all that exists. And we do not have as such as separate. These personalities do not exist. But it does not simply get realized, it simply dissolves. That is indisputable, unshakable, I am sure. Everything, the essence, the final realization. And you just go drink cappuccino. And simply what happens, happens. Without descriptions, evaluations. You are free from all this, it doesn't matter to you. What was said, God mentions this. What was seen, what was heard, what happens, you are free. You, everything, you are outside of all this. And there's no one left to be reborn. Karma does not exist. It is in the essence, when you have exited in the final realization. So there are no diseases, no one to be ill. Besides God, there is no one else. Well, it is in direct experience, and it doesn't even come into question. It is indisputable, unshakable, it knows itself. It's engrossed in itself, like water. That's it is more. It knows itself fully. And that's it. And then what happens, happens. Yeah. Today. The body will post this story, or this no matter. It will say this or that. One Zoom will be held or two. It doesn't matter totally. It happens as. It takes care of itself. In every manifestation it knew whom to bring, whom. That's it there. There is absolutely no one who is concerned. How many people will buy? Will they come or not? Will I have something to eat or not? So there's no one who worries. There is only God, and He is busy with Himself. And that's it, and everything happens. This is the essence of realization. The seeker dissolves. Only consciousness remains. There is no longer a sense of separateness, as well as who sought God. Because He wasn't and never was. This feeling that there is someone who seeks God, someone who seeks consciousness, this feeling of separation, this is God seeking Himself always. Everything happens by itself. Every movement and every word is a surprise. Everything that is seen is a surprise. Everything is a surprise. I didn't know. There was no one who could know that this word would happen. It just happens, just phenomenon speaking. Seeing, hearing, feeling, attention, awareness of all this. It all happens conditionally within me. Within itself, from itself. And then total freedom, and freedom from freedom. You are no longer troubled by illness, by the body, or by what is happening here. It is no longer present. There is absolutely no one remaining who could be disturbed or affected by it. And in direct experience, indeed, there is no one remains to be troubled, for there is nothing more to divide from you. You are health, you are. It knows itself in direct experience. All, no illness, no problem, and so on. The body may fall, but this thing will remain. You remain in your unshakability, untouched. You shift to the nature, and it is beyond description, beyond understanding, beyond colors and reasoning. It's beyond everything. It doesn't need this. It doesn't need proper nutrition or improper nutrition. It does not need meditation, nor samadhi. It needs none of this. All of this comes to an end. Here. This is the final realization. When the seekers dissolve, it recognized itself, totally. That's all. And then what happens, happens, as it happens. And that's all, and there is no one to be concerned. But whatever happens, this thing, it remains simply untouched. This sound or that sound, it is the same sound, it does not matter. This thought or that thought, it is the same thought. This person or that person, it is the same. This matter or that matter, it is the same. And it knows itself this way. There is no more division at all, not by a millimeter with anything, or in relation to anything. And there is no one who can have this. Well, it will have to be. And it is so natural that it is forgotten. That is, you see, nature seeks nothing. It just happens, look. Well, I don't know, look, she fell, right? And look, similar to this phenomenon, all phenomena occur. So, moment, 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 moment. It simply takes care of itself every single moment in time. It takes care of itself every single moment in time. In this very moment right now, it does not even consider why there is a bottle positioned in front of it. She doesn't think about whether she flew beautifully in this moment. She doesn't think about how she will gracefully fly in that moment. She doesn't try to describe herself or anything around. It's the moment itself, as it is, neither good nor bad, neither big nor small. And the same happens. You are free from everything. There's no one left who could be free. That is, it is even freedom from freedom. If it was said, then it was said. Right now, shout it at one. And in a moment you simply turn and smile at another. And say something. That's it, it should be so. Right now a downpour arose in the sky, a hurricane, and it swept away 1,000 people. And in a moment it's snow, or the sun. And it decided so. This consciousness decided so. Well, you can, and that's it. And there is freedom from all this. There's no one else to die, no one to be reborn. Reincarnation exists as long as there is a sense of doer, as long as there is someone and experiences all these experiences, with whom all this happens, of course. Reincarnation exists on this level. It will exist until, while the one who experienced all this, and the one with whom all this happened, does not completely dissolve, and doesn't present itself to God, and only God remains, who created all this. It was not a human who created all of this. And it will know itself absolutely, without comparisons. Well, for now, people feel separated and that they are making decisions and experiencing, how will this or that happen? All happens, has happened, is happening, and will happen. And simply no one influences it. They think they influence it, and in this form they exist, but it happens by itself. And that's it, and there's no more such that this is good and that is bad. What these do well, you know everywhere that God is everywhere. He takes care of himself, grows himself. How will my children grow? They are not your children. Not your parents. This is self-deception in which you exist. In the form of this, I thought that raises someone, or cares for someone. This is the whole story. But for now it's like this, and it's in its place. But consciousness simply creates itself. I often talk to myself in direct experience, and it recognizes itself like the taste of an orange. Parents of children, brothers, sisters, the mind invented and named all this in this way. Gave a name to everything, all this. But there is only God and consciousness. It creates itself and is manifested by all these phenomena, forms, and so on. And there is nothing separable from it, no chances. But, so to speak, in the human world until final realization. I don't know, I haven't seen such. I've seen many different spiritual people, but they're all stuck. Also, I have heard different teachings.